Thank you very much. This is amazing. I did not know that. I knew I was doing well, but I did not know that. And I've been a member for a long time, and my boys are members, and they're much better shooters than I am. I'll tell you, they know more about guns than any. I don't know, there might be 2 or 3 people in this room, but believe it or not, not many. So to get the endorsement, believe me, is a fantastic honor. And I just said to Wayne and I just said to Chris, I will not let you down. Remember that. I will not let you down. So I just want to say that I've been watching what's going on, and I've been looking at airplanes getting blown up in the air and lots of bad things happening. It's just not the same. And we're going to bring it back, and we're going to bring it back to a real place where we don't have to be so frightened, where we don't have to be so afraid. And you know what's happening in the schools, and you know what's happening everywhere. We're going to bring it back, and you folks are going to be so happy, and you're going to be so proud of your country again. Just remember. I just want to give this, and I want to really, it's so important to me. I wrote it down, and again, my sons have been members of the NRA for many, many years, and they're incredible. They have so many rifles and so many guns, sometimes even I get a little bit concerned. I said, that's a lot. Okay, but I will tell you, they know so much about it, and really they're surrogates. They go around and speak, and every time they speak to a gun organization or a club, or people call me and they say, your boys are great boys, and boy, do they know their business. So it's one of those things. But if you look at Paris, 130 people killed, hundreds of people still in the hospital, just horribly wounded, can never be the same, horribly wounded. And these guys came in, boom, boom, you over here, boom, and they just stood there and just shot everybody. No guns on the other side, folks. If you would have had guns on the other side, if I took a couple of these folks in here, some especially wearing the red caps, Make America Great Again, I promise there wouldn't have been 130 people killed and hundreds of people lying in the hospital to this day. It might not have happened, because if they knew there were guns in the room, it might not have happened. But if it did, you would have had bullets going in the opposite direction, and believe me, the carnage would not have been the same by any stretch of the imagination. And I tell the same story on San Bernardino. Here's 2 people. I guess she radicalized him. Who knows? Who knows? It's a mess. We're in a mess, folks, a mess. Radical Islamic terrorism. We have a president doesn't mention the words, doesn't want to talk about it, and if you don't want to talk about it, you're never going to solve a very big problem, and we're talking a worldwide problem. We're not talking here, we're not talking Kentucky, we're talking all over the world. This is a problem, and we have a president doesn't want to mention the name. You have San Bernardino, 14 people. They worked with these 2. They worked with them. They gave them a baby shower. They had a baby. The people they worked with gave them a baby shower. They walked in, no guns on the other side. They had the guns, and they killed 14 people, many wounded, many in the hospital to this day, but they wounded many. But they killed 14 of their coworkers, and the coworkers thought they were friends. So there's something going on. Now, I tell you again, same story. If we had guns on the other side, it wouldn't have been that way. I would have, boom. If we had guns on the other side, it wouldn't have been that way. Gun-free zones. We're getting rid of gun-free zones, okay? I can tell you. We're getting rid of that. Thank you. Thank you. That wasn't part of my speech. I must be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't read you what I have here, but in fact, if I would have known teleprompters, I would have used them. I've started to use them a little bit. They're not bad. You never get yourself in trouble when you use a teleprompter. You know, the problem is it's too easy. We have a president who uses teleprompters. It's too easy. We should have non-teleprompter speeches only when you're running for president. You find out about people. The other way, you don't find out about anybody. The NRA and the late hero, and he was a great guy, Charlton Heston, who many of you knew. I met him a few times. He was an incredible guy. Did battle with the Clintons to protect our Second Amendment. The NRA has led the fight time and time again to protect our fundamental freedoms. This is an amazing group. I'll tell you, Chris and Wayne and all of the people, and I've gotten to know a lot of these are incredible people, and they really believe. This isn't like a job. They really, really believe. And we're all lucky to have people like that, I will tell you. Hillary Clinton wants to reverse the Supreme Court decision, D.C. versus Heller, upholding the right to keep and bear arms. Hillary said the Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment. Just to interrupt what I'm going to be talking about, I have to say, we're going to make our military bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and nobody is going to push us around. Nobody. Nobody. Thank you. And by the way, as part of that, we are going to take care of our great veterans, and I have to tell you, the proper way, the proper way. All right, thank you, everybody. I put forth, and you probably saw it a few days ago, I put forth a list of judges who will protect and defend all of our freedoms, including the Second Amendment. The judges will follow the Constitution, and these were all highly vetted, the Federalist Society, Heritage, some great references from Jeff Sessions, a fantastic man, from Mitch, and from a whole group of people. And we put down 11. I'll be adding some additional names over a period of the next month or so, sometime prior to the convention. Hope you can all go to the convention. Hope you can come. And we're going to be putting some additional names in. I think you'll be very happy with them. But it's been reviewed incredibly well. People love these people. And I thought I'd do that because I really think it brings the party together. It really is going to, I mean, the effect it's had is incredible because they weren't sure, will Trump appoint this one, that one? How will the judges be? Such an important thing. So I put together the list with some incredibly important organizations and highly respected, and everybody's really happy. You've seen we've gotten A+ reviews on that. Now, I'd like to call for Hillary Clinton to put together a list also, okay? Let her put together a list. Because I'd like to see what that list consists of. And you will see it's day and night, okay? Day and night. And it will not be good for the people in this room. And it won't be good, by the way, for the people of our country, most importantly. So, Americans use guns to defend themselves against violent crime more than 1 million times a year, okay? More than 1 million times a year. And they want to take them away. Heartless hypocrites like the Clintons want to take this and they want to get rid of guns, and yet they have bodyguards that have guns. So I think that in addition to calling for them to name judges, we'll also call them and let their bodyguards immediately disarm. Okay? President Obama is even releasing violent criminals from the jails, including drug dealers and those with gun crimes. And they're being let go by the thousands, by the thousands. Many of these are also, I'm sure you're not going to be surprised to hear this, illegal immigrants. President Obama pushed for changes to sentencing laws that release thousands of dangerous drug trafficking felons and gang members who prey on civilians. And I want to tell you, I've really learned a lot about the border. In fact, 2 weeks ago, you probably saw 16,500 Border Patrol agents endorse Donald Trump. And we've gotten great endorsements. To have the endorsement from NRA today and to have the endorsement from the Border Patrol agents. And I was talking to them. These are incredible people that want to do their job. That's why they're endorsing me. They could just sort of, you know, they're told to stand back. Don't do it. They want to do their job. These are incredible people. It's the first time they've ever endorsed a presidential candidate, and 16,500. So I'm really honored by that. This is Hillary Clinton's agenda, too, to release the violent criminals from jail. She wants them all released. She wants people released that you wouldn't want to walk on the street with, you wouldn't want to look at. And, you know, whether it's Kate in San Francisco, you see what happened there, or Jamil, I've become great friends with his father. Jamil was shot in the face 3 times by somebody that wasn't supposed to be here. Or, and I always say this because this was tragic, a 65-year-old veteran, a woman who was a great woman, raped, sodomized, and killed by an illegal immigrant, wasn't supposed to be here. We're going to straighten it out. And by the way, this doesn't have to do with guns per se, but maybe it has to do with a lot of other things. We're going to build the wall. It's going to be a great wall. We're going to have borders again. People are going to come into the country, but they're coming into the country legally, folks. They're coming in legally. She's putting the most vulnerable Americans in jeopardy, and this is a risk that we can no longer afford. We've had enough. I think we've had enough. Wouldn't you say we've had, like... In trying to overturn the Second Amendment, Hillary Clinton is telling everyone, and every woman living in a dangerous community, that she doesn't have the right to defend herself. So you have a woman living in a community, a rough community, a bad community, sorry, you can't defend yourself. That is so unfair, and that is so egregious. And I'll tell you what, my poll numbers with women are starting to go up. I never thought of it. This should really lift them up, right? Starting to go up. I will say, my poll numbers with men are through the roof. But I like women more than men. Come on, women, let's go. Come on. I'm going to put criminals behind bars and guarantee that law-abiding Americans have the right to self-defense. 100%. There are 13 million right-to-carry permit holders in the United States. I happen to be one of them. In the past, nobody knows that. Boy, would I surprise somebody if they hit Trump. He's gone so far. He's gone too far. We're going to stop it. And we will unsign lots of different things, including some of those terrible executive orders. Believe me, they're going to be unsigned so fast, they'll be unsigned the first hour that I'm in office. In the first hour that I'm in office. The Second Amendment is on the ballot in November. The only way to save our Second Amendment is to vote for a person that you all know named Donald Trump, okay? I will tell you. I will never let you down. I will protect our Second Amendment. I will protect our country. Our military will be strong. Our borders will be enforced. We'll get rid of Common Core, which is a disaster. We'll bring education local. So important. Our education is a mess. So we're going to have great trade agreements. We're going to become a strong nation again. We're going to save our Social Security. We're going to save our Medicare. We're going to be so proud of this country. You're going to be proud of your president, but I don't care about that. You're going to be proud of your country again. And we're going to start winning again, because we don't win anymore. We never win. We don't win on trade. We don't win with the military. We can't beat ISIS. Believe me, we're going to knock the hell out of ISIS. We have no choice. We're going to knock the hell out of ISIS. So we are going to start winning again. And I have fun saying it, and I say it a lot, but there's nothing better. And some of you have heard it. But we are going to win, win, win. We're going to win with military. We're going to win at the borders. We're going to win with trade. We're going to win at everything. And some of you are friends. And you're going to call. You're going to say, Mr. President, please, we can't take it anymore. We can't win anymore like this. Mr. President, you're driving us crazy. You're winning too much. Please, Mr. President, not so much. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. We're going to keep winning, because we are going to make America great again. Thank you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kentucky. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.